Hi everyone, and welcome back to Purpose to Love. My name is Randy, and thank you so much for joining me again today. I am outside today. It is nicer out, still a little smoky, but not as bad. So I won't be too long because I don't want to be out here too long, but I wanted to get some nice outside air. But anyways, today I want to just talk about procrastination, and then I have a couple questions that you guys have asked, and so I am happy to answer them to my best ability. But yeah, let's get started. So I don't know about you guys, but as for me, as I'm trying to adjust to transitions and get settled and situated, I recently started feeling like a little bit of a lull, just kind of feeling like blah, and I started to procrastinate in some of the things I needed to be doing and realized, oh man, like I'm starting to feel not just like I'm procrastinating, I'm starting to feel down, and I start realizing that, when we procrastinate, at least from my observation, when we procrastinate, it opens the door to kind of feeling down, which then kind of opens the door to feeling sad, and then before you know it, you're kind of feeling depressed and you're feeling defeated. And so I just want to encourage us to really go ahead and work as hard as we can to not procrastinate and to do the little things that really count. And that could be something small, like just reintroducing a routine, even if it's just having tea at a certain time, or going for a walk or something, so try to do our best to get back into a routine and be go-getters and not procrastinators. So just a few ideas in ways that we can minimize or stop procrastinating are to some simple things I have in mind are to keep a routine. I think, as I mentioned earlier, just getting back into keeping a routine, whether it's waking at a specific time every morning or having your tea at a certain time every morning, or okay, this day I exercise and this day I do laundry, or this day I have lesson plan and this day we do this activity, whatever it is, to get you back into a routine. I think that helps to not procrastinate, because you know what to expect and you know what's expected of yourself. So that's the first one. So the second thought that came to my mind was setting alarms. I love alarms, though this is where it gets tricky though. Like, you can set all the alarms that you want, but if you're not going to actually adhere to them, then they're kind of pointless, and I was doing that for a while. So I mean, if you're someone who's a real stickler for alarms and you're like, my alarm went off, that means I actually have to do this, maybe it's going to be really helpful, but setting alarms just to kind of give you a reminder as to okay, the next thing needs to be accomplished or done, or you should be done by this time. Maybe alarms might be helpful for you. When I'm actually using them, they are helpful. So, but again, if you're going to use alarms, make sure you pay attention to them. Don't just hit snooze or ignore, because then it's pointless. Okay, so the last idea that I have in terms of moving forward and not getting stuck into procrastination is a fun one. It is self-praise and rewards. I know it sounds like I'm speaking to individuals, though these things can be used with our students and our individuals, but I'm really speaking to the parents and teachers and related care providers and all you who are out there who, you're trying to figure out next steps and not get stuck in procrastination. This is for you too. So, self-praise and rewards. I think sometimes we have to remember, it sounds silly, to pat yourself on the back or, cheer yourself on, but if you're not going to cheer yourself on, if you're not going to practice doing that, you can't always guarantee that someone's going to be around you to do that for you. So you have to be the one to encourage yourself. And so we have to practice that. And so when you accomplish a goal or do something, be proud of yourself. And it sounds silly, but truly smile and be proud that you accomplished that goal or that task, that you checked off that thing that was on your list. Feel good about it. After you accomplish maybe a few things, reward yourself. Go for a walk or do something, listen to your favorite song, or I don't know, make yourself some tasty smoothie, or do something that you enjoy doing. set goals for yourself and then reward yourself at the end for accomplishing that thing. Don't just think of it as, oh, I did it and it's done and whatever, moving forward. But, feel proud of yourself. I think that goes a long way when we encourage ourselves. It feels great when someone else does it, but sometimes they're not there to do that. So we have to practice encouraging ourselves. Okay, on to our questions and answers. So the question I got was from someone who works as a day program provider and also residentially, and they are concerned about how to reintroduce the concept to the individual of sharing. I guess coming back into the day program or even residentially, there is some challenges with the individual or individuals as a whole, like, being home for so long because they were quarantined, right? And now they're coming back in the day program little bits at a time, but having to share resources with each other again and having to do things with each other in time, share the time of the staff with each other again, being home, their parents gave them all the attention that they needed, everything was theirs and theirs alone and they didn't have to share. So I guess what I would suggest in terms of reintroducing the concept of sharing with the individual would be to model that with them at first. So you could be sitting with them and say, oh, I'm going to share this table with you. Is that okay? And start coloring with them, or, doing a project with them, or say, if you're doing a project that requires different resources, say, oh, do you want to share these, this paper? Do you want to share this? And kind of start to reiterate and reintroduce that to them and model that. And if they do respond positively, obviously give them praise for that. Say, oh, thank you so much for sharing. That's so nice of you, right? Like kind of hype it up. And then maybe start to slowly incorporate small group games, obviously with the appropriate precautions in place, maybe social distancing, but small group games where they start to work with each other, where they have to take turns, taking turns and praising them for taking turns and sharing with each other. I think that will be a great start into helping to reintroduce sharing and the concept of sharing. So the last question I have is from the same person, and they are having challenges with this particular individual who is showcasing some physically aggressive behavior, possibly due to feeling jealous or not getting enough attention from the staff. And so my suggestion to you would be to maybe look at ways you can praise the individual while they're waiting for you. So if the other individual that you're serving really, who needs your attention and time, after you're done helping them with whatever they need help with, even if it's for a brief moment and that individual has been waiting semi-patiently, or they might have an attitude or whatever, but they still were waiting for you, or waiting in general, maybe you can really, praise them, really encourage them by saying, thank you so much for waiting patiently. I was helping so-and-so, and I really appreciate you waiting for me, and or just, having, or being safe. I appreciate you for being safe, and, great job, and, you're doing a good job waiting. Thank you so much. Just kind of reminding them that you were helping someone first, but that you're really proud of them for being patient and waiting nicely. Also encouraging them and using words like, oh wow, you're very mature, like that's such a mature thing for you to do. You saw me helping someone and you did a great job waiting. So maybe kind of using terms like that might help them to understand the importance of what you're doing and how they can be helpful by not getting upset, and that could be a start in how you can help them manage their jealous feelings. Oh, and one more thing to add to the jealousy answer, also trying to find time to schedule time with that particular individual who might be feeling jealous, or they might be just wanting attention or needing attention from staff. Maybe trying to find some time where you can schedule to be with them and just have quality time. That might be something that they just need and that they're lacking. So that would be my second part to that answer. Okay everyone, that is all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video on procrastination was helpful. At least hopefully gave you a couple ideas to kind of jumpstart you out of this hole of procrastination. And if you have any other thoughts on ways to get us out of procrastination, leave a comment below. Thank you again for watching, and thank you for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can hit the red button below and the bell for the notifications so you know when you get all of my content. Again, remember, you are purpose to love, and I'll see you next week. Bye!